Welcome everyone. In this video, I'm highlighting the new curb and gutter features released in TBC version 25.20. This release focuses on workflow improvements like template switching, editing nodes, and enhanced interval precision. TBC 25.20 brings three main updates to curb and gutter extraction. First, you can now edit temporary nodes on the fly. Second, you can switch patterns mid-extraction. And third, you now have a new tighter 10 cm interval option for increased precision around curves and complex shapes. Let's start with editing nodes. You can now review your extraction history by cycling through each interval using the previous and next buttons. If something doesn't line up with the point cloud, you can directly adjust those temporary nodes before finalizing the line. For example, if there are leaves, dirt, debris hiding the gutter line, you can now grab and move the nodes to redefine where the curb or gutter really is. This gives you more confidence in your results because you're correcting issues as you go, not after the fact. Let's see this in action. Here, we're extracting a standard curb line. If you spot a misalignment, simply stop. Use the previous and next buttons in the command pane to step through your history. Let's say we want to fix the specific node to better align with the gutter flow line. Click the previous button until we reach our segment. Select the node you want to adjust, in this case, node 3. In the cutting plane view, simply click the node to the correct position on the point cloud. Once you're satisfied, click Finish Editing. You can now jump right back to the end of your line and keep going. The next improvement is template switching. You can now change curb patterns instantly from the drop-down menu without stopping the command. This makes it easy to handle obstacles like gutter drains, driveways, or inlets as you encounter them. Everything stays connected so you maintain one continuous extraction. So I've extracted the curb up to this section. As we approach a drainage grate, the geometry changes, and to capture the grate correctly, pause the extraction, and in the command pane, click New Pattern, and we'll name this one Drainage Grate. Click OK, and because the grate extends into the road, I'll add an extra node here to snap to the edge of the pavement. Next, define your stopping point at the end of the grate and click Extract. Now that we've cleared the obstacle, just simply go back to the drop-down and select your original standard pattern, Pattern 1. And then to ensure perfect alignment, select a reference node to snap the template back into the existing curb line. So click Extract and the software automatically connects the two templates. Here is another common scenario, a driveway where the curb flattens out entirely. Just like before, pause the extraction and switch to your predefined driveway pattern. TBC seamlessly transitions the geometry. So once you pass the driveway, just switch back to pattern 1, then use your reference node to lock onto the curb, and then continue. It's one continuous line with multiple geometries. Finally, the new interval control. You can now set the interval as low as 0.1 meters compared to the previous minimum of 0.2. This tighter spacing gives you better detail, especially around small curves, islands, or other complex features. It also helps fine-tune the extraction path so the curb line follows the geometry more accurately. Approaching this tight radius, a standard 2-meter interval might cut the corner. So I'll lower the interval setting to 0.1 meters and then click Extract. you will notice how the software generates significantly more nodes, perfectly tracing the arc of the curb. Once you're out of the turn and back on the straightaway, you can bump the interval back to 2 meters and continue with your extraction. With these new 25.20 enhancements, curb and gutter extraction in TBC is easier, more flexible, and more accurate than ever. Try these new tools in your next project.